right, guys, you're all welcome. I'm so excited to be here again and to have you join me in this program. This is your usual program, Success Unleashed. And for the past 2 weeks, today makes it the third week, we've been on the principles of success and advancement. So, you're all welcome to this live broadcast again. I'm Solomon Ubi. By the grace of God, I'm a pastor and also what you may call a human development expert, simply because I help develop people's abilities, skills, talents to help them achieve the success they want to achieve. I also do a lot of teaching of principles and strategies that I know work. So you're welcome. I remain Solomon Ubi. For today, we're going to look at something very special. Last week, I did end last week broadcast by saying that we're going to look at the third law. I've been on these laws of success and advancement, and I've so far dealt with two of the laws. If you mix the two previous broadcasts, I'd like you to check for them on AbidingTV. Once again, before I go on, I want to say a very big thank you to my host, AbidingTV, and Reverend Yinka, that is a friend. I want to say a very big thank you. I would like all of you watching to invite your friends to be part of this broadcast. If they are not yet liked the AbidingTV page, please tell them to like the page. And every one of you watching, I would like you to like the AbidingTV page so that you can always get notification when we go live. This program have been changing a lot of persons' lives. In fact, all the programs that AbidingTV airs have been changing a lot of lives, and you wouldn't want to miss it for anything. I'm one person that do not just praise people for the sake of praising them. If AbidingTV was not reaching out to people, changing lives, which is part of my mission, I wouldn't be here doing what I'm doing. So if you're watching me, you have friends that you know will benefit from the different programs aired on this TV station, this online TV, I would like you to tell them to like this page so that they can be part of all the different programs. So I really do appreciate my host and also this platform called AbidingTV. Like I said, I've been on this series for the past 2 weeks, and we've been looking at principles that govern success and advancement in life. For the past 2 weeks, I have talked on the law of mental equivalence. Last week, I spent time to talk on the law of control. Now, these are basic laws that govern our success in life. One of the truths I want you to keep in mind as we go through this is that your life has two dimensions. Number one is what I call the upstream dimension of your life, and then number two is the downstream dimension of your life. Now, the downstream dimension has to do with your activities, what you do, all right, to achieve your goals. What you wake up every day to do to help you achieve your goals and your objectives. The bills you pay, the connections you do, those are all downstream activities of our lives. But there is also the upstream activities of our lives, and that upstream have to do with your belief system, your values, your principles, what controls your actions. All right. So all I've been doing for the past 2 weeks, and I'm going to do today again, is to help you build the right upstream activities. Why is that important? And please get this. Don't let anyone deceive you. I'm telling you from experience and also as an expert. Why is your upstream activities important? Listen to this. What gives your activities all right, your plans, your strategies, all the things you implement to achieve your dreams, what gives them power, what makes them turn out the way you plan are your upstream activities. That means your beliefs, your mindset, your values, all right, the principles that governs your life. That's what gives your activities towards achieving your dreams the result you expect. For example, I said this 2 weeks back. For example, you want to be rich, you want to make money. So you are in business or you are selling whatever product you are selling. Now, you are doing some activities. You reach out to your customers, you put your products out there, you want people to buy. But for you to get the result that you expect, your definite objectives, then you must also have the belief system of prosperity. You can't be expecting to make more money or plenty of money, and at the same time, your thinking, your values, your principles, your beliefs is towards poverty. You believe that, for example, there is not so much for people all over the world. Yes, some time ago, I did a teaching on mental beliefs that we have that limits our finances. I think I'm going to do that teaching here on Abiding TV also. All right, the limiting beliefs that limits us in our finances. So you want to make money, but somehow you believe that money is scarce. Now, that's a limiting belief. You see, you won't be able to make the money, not because you are not doing what you should do, not because you are not advertising your products, but you may not be able to make the kind of money you want to make because your belief is that money is scarce, money is hard, there is not enough to go around. Now, let me just debunk that belief. Okay, that's not what I'm talking about, but let me just digress and debunk it. Money is not scarce. This is the reason why I said so. Everything God created in life is in abundance. Money is not a man-made system. Money is God's system. All right? A system of exchange. Now, when you believe that it's difficult to make money because it is scarce, you are believing in scarcity. You are believing in scarcity. And your belief of scarcity will affect even what you do to make money. So, why did I go into this? To show you that your upstream activities, what you do in life, what you believe, your values, your principles determines the outcome of your daily activities. So for the past 2 weeks, I have been on the law of mental equivalence, which simply states that your thoughts objectify themselves. That means your thought becomes your reality. To put it in a very glaring manner, your thoughts are your self-fulfilling prophecy. All right. And then last week, I talked about the law of control, which simply states that you are in control of your life to the degree or level that you feel positive about the events that happen around you. So you can check for the videos of the past 2 weeks. I guarantee you that they will bless your life. I guarantee you that there are principles that works. Now, why do I know they work? There are things I've studied from the Holy Bible. There are things I've also studied from the lives of successful people. And then there are things that I've also applied. I wouldn't say I have applied, let me put it this way. I've applied them. I'm getting the results of them, but I'm not yet at the peak of it. All right. What that simply means is this: when you apply them, you're going to get results, but understand that they are progressive. So the more you keep applying them, the more you keep ascending, getting higher results. So today, I'm going to be sharing with you the law of reciprocity. All right, sorry, I had a network issue. Just give me a minute. All right, so like I said earlier, this law of reciprocity is very important to every human. Now, I'm going to define what the law of reciprocity means. But before I define it, let me tell you why you need to pay attention to this. At the end of this webinar, discussing this law of reciprocity with you, I'm going to show you, and then when you apply it, you will always gain favor. So I'm going to show you how favor works. Number two, I'm going to show you how to make sales if you're in business. All right, once again, I apologize. Okay, we're having some challenges of network, but don't worry, we're going to do this together. So at the end of this webinar, you're also going to know how to get people to buy your products, how to get loyal customers. And then number three, at the end of this webinar, I'm going to show you how to gain access to people you desire to gain access to using this one law of reciprocity. The law of reciprocity is very important because it has to do with human relationships. All right? This law is what governs human relationship. So let's get right away deep into this. Now, what's the law of reciprocity? What does this law actually state, and what does it mean? The law of reciprocity, I'm going to define it to you. The law of reciprocity simply states that people are internally driven. Listen to this. People are internally driven to reciprocate for anything done either to them or for them. People are internally driven to reciprocate anything done for them or to them. Have you ever wondered, or have you experienced in your personal life, like I have many times, and I know that you have also, when people do good to you, you always feel indebted to do something good back to them? I know you have had that experience before. People do good to you. Somebody showed you an act of favor. Somebody did a good thing for you. You are always indebted. Somehow they never ask you to pay them back, but you just feel within you that you should also do something for them, especially when you have the ability to. Now, that's the law of reciprocity at work. Many times I've gone out with my friends, okay, maybe just sitting out to have a bottle of malt, okay, and most of those times my friends will pay for the drinks we are drinking. But I can tell you, when we go back to sit out, I always offer to pay. Now, I didn't know that there was a law at work, but I just felt, why should my friend always be paying for my drink? Let me also pay for his own drink. That's the law of reciprocity. That's why it's powerful in human relationship, because it has to do with our nature. We always feel indebted to return a good or a favor that has been done to us. That's simply what this law is all about. So let's go very deeply to explore the different areas and dimensions of this law. Like I said, we always feel indebted to do good back to those who have done good back to us, or who have done good to us or for us. Now, many times you may have a resistance. Many times you may not want to reciprocate. All right? But the truth is that there is that inward feelings that you have to always reciprocate, to do back the good that somebody did towards you. There is always that inner feeling. Now, that inner feeling is a law of human nature. It's a law of human nature. Okay? You can't throw it away. It's always there. That when people help you, you feel that you should also do help or reciprocate that goodness of theirs back. In the Bible, I like always going to the Bible because I believe that the Bible is the manual for living a successful life on earth. Most of the things I teach, in fact, not most, all of the things I teach, there are principles I have seen in the Bible, either in the Old Testament or in the New Testament, and in particular, the teachings of Jesus Christ. All right? So in the Bible, in the Old Testament, God gave the Israelites a law. And what was that law? I put it simply, an eye for an eye. If somebody takes your eye, take the person's eye back. If somebody kills your goat, kills the person goat back, or get another goat from the person. Now, God puts that law there because he knows that deep down every human being, there is always that desire, that feeling, that compelling to always return back whatever has been done to you. Now, take note that this law works whether for good or for bad. So, somebody pulls my eye, talking about the Old Testament law. Somebody pulls my eye. I want to pull the person's eye back. In fact, let's leave the Old Testament. Come to your own personal life. You will agree with me that when people do evil to you, you always have that feeling or inclination to return the evil they did to you back to them. That's what we call revenge. Yes, revenge is part of human nature. You see, because you want to do back to the person what the person did to you. That's simply the law of reciprocity. It lives with us and is established in the Bible. So when you look at the New Testament, Jesus Christ made a statement in the New Testament. He said to us, I think it's in Luke, when you look at Luke chapter 6, verse 38, Jesus Christ said to us, give, and it shall be given to you. Good measure, pressed down, running over, shall men give into your bosom. Take note. It says, men will give into your bosom. That simply means when you give to people, those people are indebted to give back to you. And the law of reciprocity is such that many times what we receive in return for what we have done, whether good or bad, many times we receive it 100-fold. So when you do bad to someone, be careful, because the law of reciprocity is at work. What you may receive in return from the person will be far more than what you did to the person. Same thing happens when you show good. Many times, for example, you give somebody just 100,000 when they were ill, when they were having challenges, when their business went down. And when the person bounced back in business, he wants to reciprocate that act of kindness. He won't give you 100,000. Many times what the person will do for you will be worth over millions, because what we get in return are always pressed down, shaken over, and run. So shaking, and then running over. That's what we get in return. So you find the law of reciprocity all over the scriptures. I go away from that. You see, the law of reciprocity also governs even the laws that nations put in place to govern the behaviors of their citizens. The law of reciprocity is what governs justice and injustice. The law of reciprocity is what governs our court proceedings or court system. Yes, it is the law. That's why when you kill someone, you murder someone, the law will require that you pay for it. That's the law of reciprocity. It governs justice on our world or in our world. It governs justice in God's planet. So, nations formulate laws for their countries and their citizens following this simple law of reciprocity, which governs human nature and human behavior. I'm explaining what that law really is. So when you murder someone, the law requires that you pay for it, and sometimes you pay with your own life. It's a law of reciprocity. It's not wickedness. And listen, that justice is required. Let me say this. That justice is required so that the world will be safe for every one of us to live in. So that the confidence of men in both God and the system of their country, the judiciary system of their country, will be intact. The trust of men in God and in the judiciary system will continue to be there. When the law of reciprocity is violated, that's when people no longer have trust and confidence with God or even with the system of their country. This law of reciprocity also is very important because of business dealings. Our business transactions is governed by this law. And I'm going to show you all that as we go on in this broadcast. All right. The next thing I want to say is this. I want to take you a little bit further. You will need to properly understand how this law operates. And before I bring this broadcast to an end, I'll be showing you how to apply this law. Now, why do you need to understand fully how this law operates so that you can use this law to your advantage? And that's the reason why I'm teaching this, for you to be able to use this law to your advantage, either to get favors from the people you want favors from, or as a businessman or woman in business, to be able to have loyal customers, to be able to make sales, or you are expecting certain things in life to just work out for you. You need to apply this law of reciprocity. Before I go on a break, and then I'll come back to show us how this law affects favor. I really want to talk about favor, how this law applies to we gaining favor. Whether you are praying to God for favor or you are asking a man for favor, I'm going to show you how the law of reciprocity will help you to gain the favor you desire. But before we go on this break, and then I come to that, I want to quickly say this, that you need to understand this law of reciprocity and use it in your everyday life. Use it in your everyday life. Don't understand it, don't know it without applying it. It is the application of it that gives you the result. Finally, before I go on this break, this law of reciprocity answers to the law of seed time and harvest time. That simply means what you sow is what you will reap. But I'm going to show you how what you sow becomes what you reap by how we humans behave. Something I want you to get is this. For those who are believers who believe in the Bible and read the Bible, understand this. Every truth in the Bible has a bearing from how human nature functions. You can never remove the truth in the Bible from our natural way of functioning, the nature, what we call nature. Why is that so? God put nature in us. And the Bible helps us how to express our nature in the right way that is pleasing to God, pleasing to our fellow humans, and give us the result we desire in life. After this break, I will come back to show you how the law of reciprocity affects the favor you look for, whether with God or with man. Stay tuned. All right, guys, you're welcome back. I remain Solomon Ubi, and we've been on this subject of the law of reciprocity. So, like I said before we went on this break, I'm going to show you how this law affects your favor. Every one of us desire favor in life, but not everybody gets the favor they desire. In fact, we all need favor at one point or the other. Why is that so? It is so because you can't accomplish all your dreams by yourself. You need others to help you to accomplish your dreams. I'm going to say that again, and I'm saying it because I want you to catch it. You can never accomplish your dreams by yourself. No matter your ability, no matter your skills, no matter the money you even have, you will need others. Here am I doing this broadcast on Abiding TV platform. Now, this is a partnership with Abiding TV to show you that I can accomplish my mission of helping people get their lives transformed, improved, and achieving results without a platform like Abiding TV to spread the message. To spread the message. So you see how, for me to be able to achieve my dream, I need to be in partnership with Abiding TV. All right? So you can't achieve your dream all by yourself. You will always need people to help you achieve your dreams. And once you need people to help you achieve your dreams, then you must know how to gain favor from those people. That's where the law of reciprocity comes into play. So, this law is not only powerful in determining human behaviors, it's also very powerful in getting people to do what you want them to do. I'm going to say that again. This law is very powerful. The law of reciprocity is very powerful in getting people to comply with your request, to comply with your request, to do what you are asking for. And I'm going to show you how that works and how you can apply that in your own life. All right. So I quoted somewhere in Luke chapter 6, verse 38, where Jesus Christ said to us, give, and it shall be given unto you, good measure, pressed down, and shaken together, and running over, shall men give into your bosom. Shall men give into your bosom. Now, there's a story also in the Holy Scriptures. I'm making a lot of reference to the Bible because I'm a believer, and then more so I'm a pastor. So I believe in the teachings of the Word of God. I believe they contain the manual, not just to make heaven, but also to live a successful life, a peaceful life, and a satisfying life on earth. So I will make a lot of reference to the scriptures because that's what I spend most of my time reading. Now, somewhere in the New Testament, Jesus Christ sent his disciples to go out and do the work of the ministry. When he sent them out, he gave them no money. He didn't give them any food. He didn't give them anything. He told them, just go. Any city you enter and any house you enter, preach the gospel. If they receive you, stay in that place and eat whatever they put before you and receive whatever they give you. Now, the disciples came back to him after they have gone out on the mission he sent them to do. They came back to him, and Jesus asked them a very important question. And that's why I'm making reference to the story. He asked them a very important question. He asked them, did you lack anything when I sent you out? And surprisingly, they said no. He didn't send them with money. He didn't give them money. He didn't give them a letter of recommendation for where they would stay or the city they were going into. He just sent them. And then he asked them, did you lack anything when I sent you out? And they said no. Let me explain that story to you. I've preached many times from that story. Let me explain that story to you. Jesus knew that they did not need money or any form of recommendation because he had equipped them and empowered them to be able to solve the problems of people. And they solved their problems by healing them, casting out devils, and all that. So he had empowered them, equipped them to solve the problems that the people they will be meeting will have. And guess what? When the disciples went out on this mission and began solving the problems of the people they met, they preached the gospel of the kingdom to them, healed the sick, cast out the devils. Jesus knew that by solving the problems of these people, these same people will be indebted to give to them back of their substance. That's the key. And I would like every pastor out there, I would like every religious leader to listen very attentively. You see, I'm speaking very slowly because I want you to catch this. Like I said some weeks back, I'm not in a rush in this. You have to get these truths, live with them, apply them. Every religious leader, every pastor, everyone who is leading men, understand this truth. For people to give back to you of their substance willingly, I use the word willingly, without deceiving them, without manipulating them, then you first have to be able to solve their problems. That means you have to give to them first. You see, that's the law of reciprocity at work. When you give to them by solving their problems, naturally, without you asking them, they are indebted to return that favor. And the favor they return many times comes in cash. comes in different ways. I have often believed, and I'm not ashamed to say it, even in this broadcast all over the world, I say it. Pastors should never be poor. I say it everywhere. I'm not just saying it, it's my strong belief. I don't care what you think. I don't care what people say. I've heard a lot of things that people say, okay, pastors are collecting money from their members. You do not understand how human nature works. That's why you say so. I strongly believe that pastors should have a comfortable life. In fact, should be rich. And I'm not joking. And I'm going to explain why. As a pastor, if you can solve the problems of your congregation, and that's the key, solve their problems. Go all out to solve their problems. I don't know what the problems may be in your congregation or the people you are leading or pastoring. But all I know is that humans have different problems. Healing, deliverances, financial problems, marital problems, even those who are single, looking out to get married, a whole lot of problems. Now, as a religious leader, or even as a political leader, whatever level of leadership you are in, to have your people, to have the people you are leading give to you, bless you in return, support you in your project, be loyal to you. Listen, the law of reciprocity states that you must first give to them. Do not expect your church members, your followers, the people who you are leading to give to you of their substance, to be loyal to you, to be ready to even die for your cause if you have not first given to them. And giving to them means solving their problems. That's the law of reciprocity. That's the law of reciprocity. All right? Now, let me leave leaders, okay, church leaders or political leaders. It applies to everybody's life, everybody. And I'm going to show you. One of the things I want to say very quickly, very quickly, especially for my wonderful ladies out there. All right, so all the ladies watching this right now, listen to what I'm about to say. Have seen this law of reciprocity works when it comes to relationship between ladies and men, opposite sex relationship. Ladies, hear this. Ladies, hear this. If you keep collecting from a man, you collect his money, you collect the gifts, you collect everything he buys, and then you also even ask him to buy you all this. Let me tell you this. It will be difficult for you to say no when that same man comes asking you for sex. That's the simple truth. If you don't want to have sex, don't collect. Or collect very little, minimal. The reason is because the law of reciprocity will always catch up with you. You will feel that you are indebted, and I'm serious. You will live with the feelings of indebtedness to return that favor to that man. That is why it's so difficult. You will agree with me, if you are ladies out there, you will agree this statement I'm about to make, that it's very difficult for you to say no to a man who have been consistently giving to you, helping you in your time of need, solving your own personal problems. It will be difficult to say no to that man when it comes to issue of sex. So, my advice to ladies is this. You don't want to have sex? And sincerely, if you're not married, I advise that you stay out of premarital sex. But for you to stay out of premarital sex as somebody who is not married, then you also have to be wary of collecting gifts from men, because the law of reciprocity will always put you in a position of indebtedness. The law of reciprocity will compel you to always reciprocate the act of goodness that that young man has been doing for you. All right? Now, it goes beyond just what I've said now. This law of reciprocity and favor, let me talk about favor now. For you to gain favor, do exactly what Jesus asked his disciples to do. I'm going to explain. It's difficult to gain favor from people that are not indebted to you in any way. I'll say that again. It's difficult to gain favor from people that are not compelled or indebted to you in any way. So this is my secret to gaining favor. Before you ask people for favor, before you ask people to do something for you, first ask yourself, what can I do for them? What can I do for them? All right? What can I do for them? That's very important. That's key. And listen, sometimes the rich people, okay, the rich friends that you have, or the rich uncles, may not really have need of something. They may not really have something you can do for them. But listen, always look for something to do. They may not need it, but just do it all the same. Just do it all the same. I give an example. Some years ago, there was this young guy who stayed in my house. And every morning I would wake up, take my bath, carry my bag, and I go to work. He just stays in the house, watching African Magic, not looking for any job, just lazing about in my house. So one of these days, I woke up as I was about leaving to office to work. I called him and I said to him, you can't just be staying in my house doing nothing. I go to work, I come back, I meet you in my house. And from morning to night, you're watching the TV, watching Nollywood, watching Z World and all that. I can't permit that level of irresponsibility. No, I'm not comfortable with it. It pisses me off. It gives me headache. You're just staying, not looking for a job, not going to school, not doing anything. That's a useless life. So this morning, when I woke up, I was about leaving. I called him. I said, listen, from tomorrow, as I'm leaving my house, you will also leave this house. You will leave and I will lock the door. He said to me, where am I going to? I said, just roam around the whole city. All right? Since you have nothing to do, roam around the whole city. When it's 5 o'clock, when I'm coming back from work, you can also start coming back. And I knew what I was doing to him. Now, he thought I was joking. The next morning I woke up, I told him, guy, it's time to leave for work. I make sure he put on his clothes, he left the house, I locked the door. When I did that for like 3 days, the 4th day, he said to me, sir, I've gotten a job. How? You gotten a job? How? As I was walking around, I saw, okay, I just went to somewhere and I asked them that I'm looking for a job. So I asked him, how much are they going to pay you? He said to me, they're not paying me, but they told me I can just start the work, and then as I keep working, they will see what they can do to assist me. Wow. I didn't tell him reject that work. I told him, wow, that's great. All right, so tomorrow morning, prepare yourself and go to work. I knew that they were not paying him, but I encouraged him to keep working. Why? Because I understood the law of reciprocity. Guess what? He started the work, began working with them. After some few weeks or months, they began paying him. They put him on their payroll. I could explain what happened. What simply happened is this: the law of reciprocity was at work. They were getting a service from him. He was adding value to their company. He was consistent in working for them. And when there was an opening in that company, he was a person they thought of employing and putting in their payroll. Why? Because they felt indebted. They felt compelled to return the act of goodness this young guy had been doing for their company by working for them without being paid. Somebody may want to apply this. Somebody listening to me right now may have been looking for a job. I give you the secret. Go work for somebody for free. Yeah, you heard me well. Go work for somebody for free. I do know that that's not how Nigeria works, okay? Where I come from, Nigeria, supposing you are listening to me from other parts of the globe or the world. But in Nigeria, I do know that's not how it works. Everybody wants to be paid for what they do. But listen, many times, don't go for the pay, especially for the jobless. You don't have a job. You wake up every day, you sleep, you watch Nollywood, you watch African Magic, spending your time. Hey, why not apply the law of reciprocity? You can go and tell somebody, maybe an uncle, a friend, or any person you know, can I come work for your company for free? Don't pay me. Don't pay me. I'm telling you a strategy. Don't pay me. Let me just work for you. Let me be your secretary. Let me be your PA. Let me run your errands for you. All right? Whatever you want to send any person, send me. I'm going to do it for you. Listen, the law of reciprocity will make them to start paying you one day and put you on their payroll, employ you. Why? Because when you give your service for free, the person or the company or the organization receiving that free service will become indebted to you. It's the law of reciprocity. That's how to gain favor. That's even how to break through into getting employed. Now, I've just given somebody a key free of charge. Use it, you will come back to thank me. All right? So this law of reciprocity helps you to get favor. You want to ask somebody, especially the person you know can do it for you. Maybe an elderly person, maybe somebody highly placed more than you, somebody in a government position that can give you a connection that you need or a contract that you need. Ask yourself, what can I do first for this person? What can I do first for this person? It's the law of reciprocity. That's how favor is gotten. Jesus Christ said, give. When you give, men shall give to you. That's the law. You can't break it. You have to first give up something, and then men begins to return the favors to you. But this is the good news. When the favor begins to come, they come in higher dimensions from what you gave. So you can give your service free of charge because you want the law of reciprocity to work for you. All right? You can also look out, what can I do for this person? Let me say this to you, somebody listening to me. As a young boy growing up, I served my pastor. Yes, I served my pastor. He's my mentor. I consider him my spiritual father for many years now. But guess what? I served him. Many times I will go to his house in the morning, I wash his car. Many times I just stay back in the church, okay, waiting when he will be leaving the office, or he wants to send somebody something. He wants somebody to drive his car, buy fuel for him, drive his car, okay, get some things done for his children or his family. I always made myself available. Do you think I was stupid? No. Do you think I had nothing to do? No. I understood the law of reciprocity. So I served him. I served him. And guess what? As I kept serving him, apart from the blessings, he would pray for me and bless me. By standing on his shoulders, doors began opening for me. So sometimes he's invited to give a talk or to minister somewhere, and his schedule is so filled up. Guess what? He began calling for me. He would tell me, Solomon, can you go to this place, give this talk on my behalf? Oh, guys, that was the beginning of my own manifestation. You will always need a John the Baptist to announce you. Yes, even Jesus needed John the Baptist to announce him. Every one of us needs people to announce us, to give us a platform to be able to achieve what we want to achieve. So he began sending me, all right, to stand in for him in his engagements that he couldn't make. And guess what? Many times when I go to this engagement, I will still prepare myself. I will still deliver. Now, in some of those meetings he sent me, by the time I finished delivering, even the host of the meetings, they will come to me. Wow, sir, can we get your number? I say, oh, my boss sent me. Well, I said that before I start preaching or start ministering. Okay, I'm standing on behalf of my boss. Okay, my senior pastor. But they will still insist in getting my number. Can we get your number? We want to invite you in a program that we are planning to host by this time and this time and this time. And guess what? That's how I began getting many more invitations. But I stood on somebody's connection to get those invitations. Now, what made the person to recommend me for those speaking engagements was because I served him. I gave him my services intentionally. Now, before I go on a break again, and then I come back to summarize, telling you how you can use this for your business, okay, let me say this point. I will say this point now, and I'm going to say it again when I'm rounding up. The law of reciprocity must not be used in the negative way. Don't use the law of reciprocity in pretense. That means you are intentionally pretending to do an act of favor to someone because you want to gain something in return. That's not what I'm teaching you. I'm not teaching you how to manipulate people so that you get things from them. No. But I'm simply saying that there is a law of reciprocity that simply says before you can get goodwill of people, you must first show your own goodwill to them. And that must be done sincerely, honestly, and truthfully. When I was serving my boss, I wasn't serving him in pretense. I wasn't serving him with the intention of, okay, I'm doing this because I want this from him. No, I was serving him because I needed to serve him. I needed to do those acts of goodness to him. All right? Without me even pretending to be doing those acts of goodness, there is no need for the pretending in the first place, because just by going all out to help other people from your heart, sincerely, I can tell you those same people will feel the same compulsion to return acts of goodness to you. So don't use the law of reciprocity to manipulate people. Before I go on this break, let me add this. It just came to my mind. This law of reciprocity also helps in relationships, especially marital relationships. For all those who are married and you are listening to me, take note of this. How does this law apply to your relationship? I'll tell you, and I'm going to explain with one example. Whatever you want your partner in that relationship to do to you, do it first. And the person will become indebted, and the person will be under compulsion to reciprocate it to you. You want your husband or your wife to buy you gifts, to be nice to you, to love you, to speak to you with respect, and all the good things you desire in your relationship. This law of reciprocity simply means that, or simply states that, for that to happen, you do it first. Show love to the person you are relating with. Go out of your way to buy gifts to the person you are relating with. I can guarantee you it won't be difficult for them to also show you love and also go out of their way to do things for you that you so truly desire. Some few years back, I was counseling a young lady that was having a problem in her marriage. And I told her what to do. And she said to me, how can I do all this to him when he's very wicked to me? Look at how he's treating me. Why should I be the one doing all this to him when he doesn't care? I said to her, forget about how he's treating you. You just do what I've told you to do. Why? Because I knew that the law of reciprocity is very powerful in every human life. That if she keeps being a wife to this man, keep treating him as the head, keep respecting him, cooking his food, talking to him in a respectful manner, that man will become indebted. Even if he is Lucifer, the Lucifer spirit in him will get out and he will become indebted to also reciprocate or show those same acts of goodness and kindness to his wife or his partner. So this law also applies to your relationship. It's a very powerful law. I've seen it work in many people's lives. All right, guys, I'm going to go on a short break now. When I come back, I'm going to tell you about a very wonderful offer. And then right after that offer, I'm going to bring this to a close by showing you how the law of reciprocity also applies to your business dealings if you are a businessman or a businesswoman. So let's go on a short break again. All right. I want to make a very interesting offer that I know you want to get. Okay. And this offer is already up on the screen. Is my new release. New release of 4 books. I just released these 4 books. This is the first time I'm bringing them into the market. And these 4 books is what I call the post-COVID success kit. Now, there are 4 books, and then also I'm going to give you 6 post-COVID videos as a bonus if you order for these 4 books. So just stay with me as I take you through this. This 4 book consists of, number 1, what I call what works. What works. All right? What works. Practical laws for achieving success. This is part of what I've been sharing with you for the past 2 weeks, just a little of it. But in these 4 books, you're going to have many more of these principles that I can't even share with you here because of time. And then also in these 4 volume books, or these 4 packaged books, I also have another book called Building Momentum, Strategies for Bouncing Back after a fall, after a crash, or after a lockdown, like the post-COVID-19 lockdown. And then the 3rd book in that series of 4 books is the book Getting 1% Better Every Day. Now, in that book, I show you the habits that will help you make six-figure income, or the habits that will help you to be productive in your career or your business. So, Getting 1% Better Every Day. It's a very powerful book. You need to listen to, you need to read it. It will really transform your life. And then finally, the fourth book in this series is the skills that you need to succeed in life. And in that book, I mentioned four skills. Skills like visionary, skills like emotional intelligence, skills like thought sifting skills. Now, some of these skills, you may never have read them anywhere. No, I'm telling the truth. They are original. You may never have read them anywhere. Some of them, not all. You may never have read them anywhere. But I explain them in this book. So, it's a four book I'm giving to you. And then also, when you order for these four books, you are going to get 6 videos from me, the post-COVID videos. In this video, I talk about it's a summit. The video is actually a summit I hosted at the beginning of the year, talking about the post-COVID pandemic and also the lockdown and the strategies for succeeding after the COVID-19 pandemic. So in that book, we talk about. In fact, I had six experts come talk to us on different subjects. So you have videos that talk about business leadership in times of crisis. You also have video that talk about thriving through continuous upskilling. Then you also have Project Next Level, reinventing yourself to thrive in the new era. And then one of the videos is also about the post-COVID world, understanding the economics of the future for business survival and growth. And then the last one talks about 12 online oil wells. That simply means 12 businesses you can do online. 12 businesses you can do online. There are 6 powerful videos, and each of those videos is like 1 hour. The least should be like 45 minutes. All right. Now, all these, each of these book goes for 2,000 naira. The 4 books will be 8,000, and then the 6 videos they go for, I think, 1,000 or 1,500. But all this package I'm giving you, the post-COVID success kit package, goes for 15,000. Goes for 15,000. But on Sunday was my birthday, and there's the good news about it, and that's why I'm sharing it with you. All right, in this live broadcast. On Sunday was my birthday, and I decided to have 2 days of a special birthday discount. So all these materials have been discounted for today and also tomorrow. Tomorrow by 12 noon, the discount will be over. So all this for now, if you're getting it now, I mean right now, you only get it for 1,000 naira. Now, believe you me, that's a very big discount. In fact, it's a giveaway. I would have just given it to you free of charge, but giving it to you free of charge will not benefit you because you need to make an investment in your progress. That's very important. So I'm just asking you to make a little investment of just 1,000 naira for all these 4 books and also the 6 videos. And take it from me, whatever materials I put out there are top notch. I believe in giving people value for money, and even beyond value for money, I give people value personally. Even if it's free, I give value to be able to change people's lives. So I really want you to take advantage of this. 1,000 naira only. You get my 4 ebooks, new release. I've mentioned the 4 names. And then you also get 6 videos on post-COVID, how you can succeed going forward after this lockdown for just 1,000 naira. Now, how do you make payment? You're going to see a scroll bar showing you how to make payment. All right, you can get the link somewhere around this video. There will be a link if you're using Paystack, or if you want to use Paystack, there's a link for you to pay. But if you're having a challenge with Paystack, you can simply do a transfer to my bank account, and the bank account is also right there on the screen. So you can get on the screen, you can just make a transfer to the bank account, and then you send me a proof of payment to the WhatsApp number that is scrolling down on the screen. And I'm going to forward the link to you where you can get all this material. After tomorrow, 12 noon, the price is going to increase. I can't tell you what the price will be right now, but definitely the price is going to increase, because my birthday special discount will be over by tomorrow, 12 noon. So you're very privileged to be listening to me right now and have an opportunity to get this. Just for 1,000 naira, you get my 4 books, and then you also get 6 videos of post-COVID era series. All right, guys, I really want you to take advantage of this. Make sure you do. You can also buy it for your friends. I began this discount sale on Sunday because Sunday was my birthday, and that was around 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. And somebody made an order and told me, sir, I'm ordering your books for the price is 1,000, but I'm paying in 5,000. Can you give 5 of these books free to the names I'm going to send to you? Now the person had to pay so that other people that her friends and her relatives could also have access to this. Why did she do that? She knows the value I deliver. She knows that all my products, all my contents, even if they are free, are always valuable. I really want to take opportunity of this free offer. Yeah, it's actually a free offer because 1,000 naira is something you can spend by drinking, just sitting out with friends and having a bottle of drink with your friends. So it's not a big amount of money. So the payment method, or how you can pay, is scrolling down the scroll bar. Just go through it. If you want to pay through Paystack, you get the link there. If you want to pay by making a transfer, my bank details are also there. All right, guys, thank you. I'll be expecting you to order these products. Now, let me bring this to a close by talking to you the last part of this law of reciprocity, which is business. How does the law of reciprocity applies to your business? All right. Now, this law of reciprocity is one of the most powerful persuasion techniques in business. I'm going to explain. One of the most powerful persuasion techniques in business. As I've said earlier, every human will always feel indebted to respond to this law. Everybody. I'm yet to see people who resist this law and succeed in resisting it. Everybody will feel indebted to reciprocate the acts of goodness that have been done to them. Now, how do you apply that in your business? I'm going to show you how you can apply all that in your business. As a businessman or a businesswoman, what makes people to buy from you? What keeps bringing your customers again and again? And don't get it wrong, is the value you add or your product adds to their lives. The value they get by using your product. So, how can you use the law of reciprocity in business to get customers? The truth is, many businesses have been using this law. In fact, they have used it on you, hearing me. They have used this law of reciprocity on you. Let me give an example. Sometimes MTN or Glo will come up and say, we are giving you free data. We are giving you free SMS. We are giving you free airtime to talk, to browse, and all that. What do you think they are doing? Are they your father? Are they your uncle? Why would they give you free? They are in business. They are applying the law of reciprocity. Why? They know that as they give you those free products, adding value to your life, you'll be indebted to keep using that line. Yes, you want to keep using that network because of the seemingly free value that you are getting from them. That's the law of reciprocity at work. To get your customers to like you, to trust you, all right, to believe in you, you must also learn to give them some freemiums. Give them freemiums. That means give them free value. For example, you have heard people say, buy one, get two. Buy one, get one free. What do you think they are doing? Why would they give you one free? Are you the one who produced that for them? They are giving you free because the law of reciprocity will definitely work in your life. So as you get it free, you will always want to do business with them again. That's the law of reciprocity. So as a businessman, a businesswoman, don't just sell to people. Look for things you can give to them free. When you come to my community, I've never mentioned my community here before, but when you come to my community, Team West Africa community, there are a lot of free products, free books, free resources, free material, free teachings. I give to my people. Free webinars I give to every member of the community. On Friday, I'm going to have another webinar. They don't pay for this webinar. They are all free. And what I give to them are powerful strategies, tips, techniques that help them to succeed. Yes. And guess what? By giving them all the stuff free, they become loyal followers in my community and also of Solomon Ubi. So, as a businessman, as a businesswoman, don't just look out to make money. You will crash. I'm serious. You will crash. See, human beings are not stupid. Human beings know when you are just making money from them. Human beings know when you are using them. They may not tell you, but all of a sudden, they stop doing business with you because you've only been using them. You're not interested in giving them value. So use the law of reciprocity. Give so much value to your customers. Think it out. Think it out. How can you do that? Like I've told you, I hold webinars in my community. I give them a lot of value. I invite experts in my community. They teach. Some of those experts, all right, based on my relationship with them, they come on my platform. All right? And that relationship has been paid for. But my followers or my family, my community, they don't pay for it. But I have paid for it. I have paid for it. So they come on my platform, give them value free of charge. Show them how they can excel in their business. Show them how their lives can work and all of that. Free. Now, why do I give out all this freemium? It's because it helps me develop loyal community members that I can actually do business with and also grow the community. You can do same in your business, whatever you're doing. All right. You may be a fashion designer. You can decide to design a cloth, okay, for one of your customers without charging the person. That's the law of reciprocity. All right, just bring your cloth. I'm going to sew it for you. I'm going to give you a very good style. Don't pay. Don't pay. What you have done is you've made that person to become indebted to you. Whenever the person have clothes to sew, who do you think the person will go to? He will definitely come to you. They have sold clothes for the person free. He will come to you, and when he's coming to you this time, the person will be ready to pay you whatever you charge. That's how the law of reciprocity works in business. It works in business. It's done everywhere. MTN will give you free data, give you free SMS, even give you 5 times more of what the recharge card you bought. Gives you 5 times more. You think they are stupid? It's the law of reciprocity. They know as they give you all those bonuses free, you will be a loyal customer. You will keep buying their data. You will keep buying their airtime. You will even tell your friends, change from other network. Come to this my network. They are very wonderful. That's the law of reciprocity. All right, guys, I need to bring this to an end here. All right. But before I leave, next week, listen, next week, you need to be on this channel again, because next week, Tuesday, 4 p.m., I'm going to be here again live. And next week, I'm going to be teaching on the law of habit. I will show you how to transform, how to change bad habits to good habits. If you know people who are struggling with bad habits, please invite them to the show next week. If you want to have productive habits, habits that helps you to get results, habits that help you to scale in your business, in your career, or whatever you're doing, make sure you don't miss this program next week, Tuesday, 4 p.m. I'll be sharing with you the law of habit. All right, guys, before I quickly sign off this, once again, I would like you to get all the materials I talked about earlier. The post-COVID is going to come up on the screen again so you can see it. All right, the post-COVID success kit. Make sure you get these 4 ebooks and also the 6 videos that I gave as a bonus. And all you need to invest to get these 4 ebooks and 6 post-COVID videos is just 1,000 naira. You get the details of payment scrolling down in the screen. You can either pay through Paystack. The link is somewhere. Check around it in this broadcast. You see the link, or you pay into the account that is scrolling right in your screen. Please, this offer is for a limited time. This 1,000 naira offer is my special discount because of my birthday. That was on Sunday. But tomorrow, 12 o'clock, it's no longer going to be 1,000. The price will increase. So please, you can get it now for just an investment of 1,000. Thank you so much for being with me in this broadcast. I also want to thank my host, AbidingTV. They are doing a lot of great work, helping ministers and people that have the right message, Christian values, to spread their message across the world. I want to thank Mr. Yinka for what you are doing. You're doing a very great job, and I sincerely do appreciate you. I don't take this time to be on your platform for granted. Thank you so much. I love you, sir, with all my heart, and I know that God is taking you far. For all my viewers that come your way again next week, I remain Solomon Ubi. Thank you, and God bless you, and you have a wonderful week.